And this Mustang is just the bee's knees, as they would say back then. Getting down the runway here. What a sweetheart. What's going on, guys? We're back yet again with another Maiden. This time it's going to be the FMS 1450mm P51 Mustang Red Tails. Cool plane. I mean, this plane's been around for a good long while. I think this is the version 8 at this point. So most everybody is very familiar with this plane. It's been around for quite a while. FMS had a huge sale on their site, and I was able to jump on it and get this plane for $299, which is a pretty good deal in my opinion. But yeah, I'm not going to go over too much with it because, like I said, this plane's been around for quite a while. And putting it together, I mean, you can tell it's an older model design, I should say, because you know, it had its fitment issues to getting the wings on the tail section there, and then you have to install all the control horns and push rods on there. You know, things that you don't really worry about when you buy a brand new plane these days, because the hobby's come a long way. But nonetheless, this is a cool model. One issue with it has always been that the plane is underpowered, as they say. It's recommended for 4S. I think this one has a 600 kV motor in it, if I'm not mistaken. If not, if it isn't, I'll put on the screen what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a 600 kV motor though. It does have an 80 amp speed controller in there, which is 4 to 6S. So what I'm going to do is I am going to skip 4S and I'm going to fly this on 5S. So the Maiden Flight will be on 5S. We do have 2 battery packs, and we are going to be using this right here, the HRB 3000 5S. As you can see there, 18.5 volts, 60C is what we're going to use for this. Plane's Maiden Flight. We're not going to waste our time with 4S, but yeah, cool model. You know, sequence gear doors, as you can see them down there. They're closed right now. Retractable tail wheel. Also another cool feature, and cool looking prop as well. I love the way it looks when it spins with the yellow tips. It's just so cool. But anyway, yeah, that's the FMS P51 Mustang. We're gonna get it out on the runway and get it ready for her maiden flight. All right, we got the P51 out on the runway, ready for her maiden flight. Pre-flights have been checked. We are ready to go here for takeoff. So I haven't flown a tail dragger in quite a while. So the trick is, when you're taking off with a tail dragger, is to get it rolling, get the tail flying, and then kick right rudder, because it's going to want to pull to the left from the torque, and take off. So we're going to try to nail all of that if we can. If not, we're just going to get it up in the air, however it gets up in the air. That's usually the technique. I got it a little bit further out back there than normally I would like to, but I do have a notch of flaps dialed in. My throttle is armed. We're ready to go. Yeah, throttle is good. All right, control surfaces checked. They already have been checked, but kind of stalling here. But here we go. Let's see what we can do here. All right, let's try to straighten her out. There you go. Get the gear going up. Lose those flaps. Try to turn back out this way. I know why I'm nervous. Get her a roll and turn her back in. I think it's rolling a little bit, but we're gonna try to get it. Yeah, we're get some trims in. Turn her back in. See what she's doing. She's tracking kind of straight, pretty straight there. Make sure my flaps and gear are up. All right. And it's not a speed demon even on 5S, but I couldn't imagine what 4S would have been like. Right now it's doing really well. I am in on my high rates that I dialed in. Pretty cool. Let's do a loop here. Man, what a smooth plane. Like I said, it is no speed demon, but it does have the power. On 4S, I would have felt like I would have been fighting for power. But on 5S here, like I said, it's not slow. We'll do a full throttle pass there. Like I said, it's not super fast, but it does have the punch.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
And I did set a 4-minute timer, so I'm sure it's gonna have plenty of juice. We're gonna come down the runway here. Oh, what a cool plane. Oh, what a cool plane. A P51 Mustang. You have no idea. Oh, there is inverted. Not bad. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to fly a Mustang. Oddly enough, a Mustang was kind of one of the first planes I ever learned how to fly with. Was one of those cheap Volantex, like a 400 millimeter P51 that I crashed a whole bunch before I learned how to keep it in the air. But I've been waiting for a nice big scale Mustang, and this thing is super sweet. Holy. Yeah, buddy. It is just getting along so nice. I hate that we have the wind that we have. Wow. Just absolute wowzers.
30 seconds.
You should have enough juice. But this is a Maiden Flight, and I've been over here rolling around doing all kinds of dumb stuff. Not dumb stuff, but you know what I mean. But we're gonna work on getting it landed, because I haven't landed a tail dragger in a long time, and
10,
taking off and landing with tail draggers are a little bit different.
6,
I'm so used to flying EDF jets.
3,
So we're gonna get the gear out here. Actually, I haven't done a flap test. I love the way the front gear come out nice and scale and slow. So let's perform some flap tests here before we commit to the landing. Get a little bit of altitude. It's a notch of flaps there. That's full flaps. Not bad. Not bad. No dramatic balloons or pitch downs. So we should be good to go. So this next pass here, I'll work on getting into my approach. We have gears down. We'll attempt a notch of flaps here. I'm a little bit higher right there. There's a flock of birds coming right that way. So let's go flaps full here. Throttle it off. See what we can do here. Not bad, not bad. I'll take the bounce. I will take the bounce for a Maiden Flight. And the first time I landed a tail dragger, I can't tell you how long. It's probably been years. I'm not even joking. It may have been a couple of years since I've landed a tail dragger. But I mean, she's taxiing just fine on the grass. And there you have it, man. Maiden Flight done with the FMS P51 Mustang Red Tails. God, what a smooth flying plane. I'm impressed. I'm happy. I'm like ecstatic, man. It's been so long since I've flown even a prop plane for that matter. A tail dragger at that. P51 Mustang, man, doing the business. I do have another 3000 5S battery charged up, and we're gonna attempt to get another flight in here with it. So catch you guys in a second. All right, so we are ready to go with flight number 2 of the FMS 1450mm P51 Mustang. First flight went insanely awesome. I'm actually ecstatic about that. The battery came down at 34%, so I had a 4-minute timer, and all told, by the time I landed, taxied back, it was 1 minute over that mark, so about 5 minutes, and the battery came down at 34%, which is pretty good. So it's a 5S 3000 HRB in there, is what we had in the first flight. We have another of the same pack in it this time. So I left the timer at 4 minutes, just because I don't want to be up too long for the video's sake, and so we'll get it landed around that 4-minute mark, if not sooner, because this wind is not fun to deal with. But we are ready to go here. Pre-flight has been done. Throttle is armed, notch of flaps in, and we are ready to go here with flight number 2 of the 1450mm P51 Mustang from FMS. All right, not bad, not bad. Let's get the gear up, flaps up. Throttle a little too hard, but you really have to jump on that right rudder, and it's dipping the wing to the right, so might need to also add in some right aileron. Kind of flying over my head, but we're good. So I haven't really changed anything. The only thing that I did turn down my expo on the elevator from 45 that I had it to 38. I didn't want to go too low, because I like to have expo and a nice good amount of expo in my Warbirds. This actually feels a little bit sweeter. I feel like I'm not having to yank too hard on the stick.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
But what a sweet plane. I mean, this is just the second flight on this thing, and holy. Just sweet. Just super sweet. I'm kind of high. We're going to invert it here. And the wind is just having fun with her up there. Let's go up here. I know I'm kind of high up there. Rudder turn it. I like that. Do a nice little loop here. So the reason why I'm flying high most of the times, if you see my videos, is because I am kind of in a bowl of trees. So there's trees, pretty high trees, about 100-foot trees that surround the entire property. So I'm kind of like in a rectangle almost, if you will, and there's trees on all sides, you know, at around 100 feet tall. So when I come down in here into the bowl, you know, I'm right here by this tree already that I flew very close to, just to show. But you're from one side of the field to the other pretty quickly, so I don't like to hang out inside of the bowl too much, especially when I'm flying my ADF jets. Nice little low pass here. Yeah, with the jets, this one I can pretty much hang out in here a little bit better, but with the EDF jets,
Time remaining 1 minute.
kind of fumbled that move there. But with the EDF jets, you're from one side of the field to the other, especially with the 90s. Really shouldn't even be flying that type of plane in this field, but I make it happen. And this Mustang is just the bee's knees, as they would say back then.
Seconds.
Come down the runway here. What a sweetheart. Rudder turn there. She called 30 seconds, so the fun time's already over. That flew by way too quick. We're gonna get the gear down here. I can see the sequence doors opening. There goes the gear coming out. I see all three of them.
1. Time expired.
Go for a notch of flaps here. And hopefully the wind kind of stays calm as it is right now when I make this turn. Flaps full here. Nose her in. Try to level her out. Add some throttle. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A little squirrely. I almost forgot to look at that prop, man. It's so sweet. I almost forgot to pull up on the elevator, plant the tail so it wouldn't flip over. But nonetheless, man, there you have it. Flight number 2 down with the FMS 1450mm P51 Mustang. What an absolute sweetheart of a plane. Man, I am super impressed. Super happy that I bought this thing. And yeah, man, what else can I say? Let me get the battery checker so we can check the battery here on video, and I'll show you what it came down at. It's probably going to be somewhere around 35% ish, maybe even 40. We'll see here in a second. All right, I ran all the way over to my box to get the battery checker, and it was in my pocket. Typical, right? Classic. All right, let's pop this hatch here. So you can see inside my bay here what we got going. Lemon Gen 2 stabilizer receiver in there. Battery tucked in. Does have a battery tray. All right, and there you have it. Like I said, 40% on, where am I at here? Let me look at my transmitter. 25 seconds. I don't know if you can see. There you go. I don't know if that is focusing, but 25 seconds left on a 4-minute timer. 40% on the HRB 5S battery 3000. Pretty sweet deal. All right, and there you have it. That's the FMS 1450mm P51 Mustang Red Tails. Awesome plane. I'm actually happy with it. Like I said, it's an old model. It's been around for quite a while, but still awesome as always. Do yourself a favor, man. Just throw a 5S pack in there. Forget 4S. Just throw a 5S pack in there. It flies super scale. It's not a speed demon, but it does have the power and punch that you need to do whatever you want to do with it. Honestly, like there was not a one time that I felt like I didn't have the power for anything. Like I just throttled it up and away we went. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for me, and I will catch you guys in the next one.